Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special review impressions of a knife I got at Texas Blade Show. This is the Civivi Yonder. All right, today we're looking at the Civivi Yonder. This is a knife that I bought at Texas Blade Show. This is actually a design by Zac in the Wild. If you didn't know who Zac is, he's used to be with Blade HQ. And then he had Zac in the Wild. I think he's working over at Boker now or something like that, but he does a lot of stuff. He's good friends with Ben Peterson. They do a lot of stuff together. He designed his own knife. Matter of fact, when this was done last year, it ended up winning best production knife or something like that, I think. Excuse me. Civivi won best factory folder or best production or something like that. So it was pretty good. This is a access lock knife. It is micarta. This particular one's black micarta, black Cerakoted 14C28N. Yep, you can see that right there, 14C28N, which is a nice, good budget steel, right? Thumb studs on there. It is a flat grind, not a full flat grind, but close to it. Nice big belly, beautiful cut for, you know, you can do lots of nice rolly slices. Nice tip, kind of like a reverse tanto, sheep's foot, horn clip, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But it definitely has that kind of little look there to it. So definitely, you know, gets into pokey little spots and things like that. The axis lock is pretty good. I mean, Civivi did a really nice job on this. Works pretty decently. Left-handed, right-handed, right? I don't really think, let's see, can I do it? Oh yeah, you got middle finger reverse bonus flick. That's nice. Can I do it left-handed? Let's see. I can. All right, so we got a little bonus flick. So you can do the, you know, the crossbar lock, and then you can do the thumb studs, reverse, and then you can do the middle finger. Of course, don't talk while you do it, but middle finger reverse flick. I can do it left and right handed. I got to stop talking. There we go. See? Don't talk and flip at the same time. Anyways, these are canvas micarta liners, scales that go on top of steel liners. So if you're curious, this is steel liners right there, steel clip right there, which is typical. I mean, the knife is going to be $58.99, about $59 knife, right? And if you go to White Mountain Knives, you can get 10% off of that, so you get $5.90. Yeah, $5.90 off, so that would make it $53.09. So about a $53 knife, right? $53.10 knife, which is not a bad deal. Pretty good deal for a little knife like this. It's almost into the super budget category. For me, for super budget, it's $50 or below, right? Anything under $100 is a budget knife, and this is definitely a budget knife. Dead nut centered, no play, no pivot play, which is nice. You don't have detent. It does not detent lash. What you're seeing, as soon as that moves, it moves the bar on the Omega spring. This is just axis bar lock resistance, whatever you want to call it. That's what kind of gives it that resistance for you to be able to flick it out. All right. So it's pretty decent. It's not great. No crossbar lock is really super powerful. There's a few exceptions, but they're not. This, you could definitely get a Civivi milled titanium clip and put it in there. It is reversible. Right hand tip up, left hand tip up. You can choose to do so, which is great for a crossbar lock, because a crossbar lock is by definition a fully ambidextrous lock. It's got two Omega springs on both sides, equal tension, equal pressure, all that stuff. So it should work perfectly for a left or right hand person, right? Which is nice. I like to flick a lot of knives with my left hand. So for me, there's a pleasure and a joy in a knife that works well left-handed as well. So I do enjoy that, because I do about 50% of my fidgety stuff with both my left and my right hand. All right. Green canvas. Oh, all right. So we talked about the name. The Yonder, the company is Civivi. Sorry, the designer is Zac from Zac in the Wild. The materials are 14C28N blade. We got black micarta, canvas micarta scales, and then on top of steel liners. It is a crossbar lock, so we've got Omega springs, all that good stuff in there. It opens and closes with the thumb studs. You can also use the crossbar lock. You can also get middle finger reverse bonus flick there. Don't talk and do it. There you go. Right? And you can do it left-handed. Don't talk and do it. There you go. So anyways, that's crazy. So that works just fine. The lock is a crossbar lock. It does work well. It's solid in there, not all weird and shaky and moving around. It closes well. Disengage the lock bar, it just falls right down. Or disengage the crossbar, it falls right down. So that's nice. The blade itself, interesting shape. You know, we already talked about it. Probably modified something. All right, let's do some weights and measurements on this guy. See how much this weighs. I think it's pretty light. I'm gonna guess it's probably 2.9 ounces, maybe 3. Maybe 2.8, 2.5 ounces. So relatively light, that's good for a blade size this size. So let's measure the blade length and all that good stuff. All right, overall for the knife from the tip to the back, looking at 6 and 7/16. 6 and 7/16 is the total length of the knife, so it's definitely a small guy. If you go from here to here, it's about 3 and I want to say 3 and a third of an inch. If you try to choke up a little bit, you might get 3 1/4, right? So for me, when I get a grip on there, I'm going to be using that little back part right there. It still works, but I got large hands with big meaty fingers, so I'm going to get back there. I can choke up a little bit, but got to be careful. You're going to get too close to that troll. I'd be careful. It's definitely a small, compact type of knife. You'll see in a second how thin that blade is. All right, so let's do the measure of the length. I think it was 2 and 7/8, and then going to the cutting edge is just under 2 and 7/8. I'm going to say 8/16, 9/16, 10/16, 11/16. So 2 and 11/16. That's the length of the blade itself. Not bad, not bad. I think it's okay. All right, let's look at the blade stock thickness. I think we're dealing with something pretty thin. Maybe 110? I don't know. Let's see. Wow. 86, 87 thousandths of an inch for real? Oh my gosh. That's even thinner. It looked thin. I wasn't sure it was that thin, but it is. 86 thousandths of an inch or 87 thousandths of an inch. That is thin. Let's look at that blade again. Yeah, that is super thin. That's a super crazy slicer. Don't be prying with it. You'll break the snot out of that tip and everything. All right, so that's the measurements. Let's see, what does this fall into? It's a budget knife. It's under 100 bucks, definitely. It's didn't quite break 50. It's real close to being a super budget, but it's definitely a budget knife on the lower end. Purpose, EDC hard use collection piece. I don't consider any budget knife a collection piece. I believe you can use and abuse and throw it away. But if you want to collect it, you're welcome to collect whatever you want. You can collect away. I don't consider this a collection piece, so to me, it's not. It would just be a fun use and abuse type of knife, and that's why I would have it. It is definitely hard use. Yeah, as far as a crossbar lock can be, it's definitely hard use. Always keep in mind, don't want to walk, vibration and walk this so it disengages at some point. But it's pretty solid. It's pretty locked in there. So I think it's going to be good for that. So EDC 100%, hard use, I think so. Just keep in mind what the lock is. Handles, open and close. All right, the handles are nice, very rounded, contoured and everything. It's a little short. It gets me to the point where I always feel like I'm about to drop it. As a result, this clip is a little uncomfortable, it's a little pokey because it's so short. I can't really move it around. So I'd like to get a different clip. If I was going to keep this, my knife, I would get one of the $13, $14, $15 Civivi clips you can get off Amazon. Definitely recommend that, by the way. And that would be much nicer, I think. It'd be a little more contoured, a little more comfortable in your hand. All right. Open and closing, it's a crossbar lock. Thumb studs work well. You have that little middle finger reverse blade. You have the crossbar lock. All that stuff works really great. Jimping, there's jimping. It's actually really good. I just realized that. Yeah, it locks you in really well. Okay, good solid jimping, yeah. Clip, is there room for a clip back there? There's really not. You have a little standoff. You could potentially tie something around there if you wanted to, but yeah, it's not really meant for a clip, right? All right, so opening, closing, overall feel, it's nice. I mean, as far as a crossbar lock knife goes, it works really well. It's a little smaller. Definitely smaller hands are going to really enjoy this. If you're looking for a little small fifth pocket sort of knife, it works. It works even for my hands, large hands with big meaty fingers. I can get there. That little part there holds on to it. It'll work. The clip is just really the most uncomfortable thing. I definitely would replace the clip for sure. So what is the fidget factor on this? Well, you've got the thumb studs. You've got the crossbar lock, and you've got the, do that again, middle finger reverse flick, right? You can do both left and right-handed, right? Yes. So if I take that out, I would give this like a 4.4, a 4. But if I leave the bonus flick in there, I'm going to give it a 5. So this will get a 5. With the 5, I would give this a 99. Just one shy, because you saw I had a little trouble and missed up a couple times. I don't know if that was just because of the video, but anyways, I'll give it a 99. If I took that bonus flick out and gave it a 4, I would give this 100. Just so you know. I'm just knocking off a point for the bonus flick only because I gave it a whole lot extra weight. All right, so there you go. There you go. What is my overall thoughts? Is it recommended? Absolutely 100% recommended. Yes, this is a great knife. I think it's a great buy. It's even going to be one of my favorites knife. I think it's great. Well, hold on. Let me back that up. I don't know if that's going to be my favorites. It's definitely recommended, only because the clip is not really comfortable, and it's not a knife that I would go just keep in my collection. So I'm going to definitely recommend it for sure. It's not one of my absolute favorites like some other knives I might keep. So, but it's definitely recommended. All right. If you have any questions about the knife, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you found this content fun, interesting, or worthwhile, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please also consider hitting the subscribe button down below? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps me out, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to everyone out there who's part of the channel, the community, leaving comments, live streams. Thank you. If you haven't already, maybe hit that notification button down below as well so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to all my channel members out there. Appreciate you guys. You do 2 exclusive things for me. You encourage me like a workout buddy, and I really appreciate that. I don't do this full time, so thank you. Sincerely, I really do mean that. The other thing you do is, because of your generosity with your memberships, you allow me to check out things and do things way sooner than I ever thought I'd be able to do. So another shout out, another thank you, another appreciate you for that so very much. So as a result of those 2 things that you do, allow me to check things out, all those other things, I do 2 exclusive things for you. I do a once a month members exclusive giveaway. That's on top of the weekly Budget Bangers we give away, which is in part thanks to the channel members, just so you know. But we do that Budget Banger giveaway for everybody. But on top of that, once a month, I make sure the channel members have a special giveaway. And it's usually on my live stream Monday nights, just so you know. But it's a special giveaway, usually $100 to $300. It's a small way for me to say thank you, just to the channel members. The other thing I do is I also, not only do for the channel members, I also make sure I get brand new channel members a sticker, a little Rob's Nerdy Knives sticker, channel sticker, and a little thank you note. So if you're a brand new channel member, just became a channel member recently, email me with your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker. That applies to anybody who's brand new member, active, and also active right now. Someone who was a member, became a member again, is active, but never asked for a channel sticker. And then someone who was member all along, but never asked for a channel sticker. If any of you guys want a channel sticker, email me with your name and address. I'd love to mail you one and say thank you. Just know I appreciate every one of you guys out there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, great week. Oh, one thing I didn't say. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, there's a link down below in the description. I have 3 different tiers. I'd love to have you. Don't ever feel obligated. Do it because you want to. Don't do it because I'm asking. But if you do, thank you. Sincerely, thank you. And if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.